Welcome to the Empath Narc Files. In today's video, we're diving deep into the dark reality of narcissistic relationships, from love bombing to discard, including the little-known tactic of reverse discard. If you've ever been caught in this cycle, you know how devastating it can be. And I know this firsthand, because I lived it. For nearly 3 decades, I didn't even realize I was trapped in the web of a covert narcissist. This person, someone I trusted completely, slowly drained my happiness, took away my friends, finances, and even manipulated my own child to isolate me. I had no idea that narcissists played these kinds of games, especially with their own partners. It took me years to piece together what had happened, and now I want to share what I've learned so others don't fall into the same trap. Let's begin. It all starts like a dream. You meet someone who seems to get you like no one else ever has. They shower you with attention, gifts, affection, and words of adoration. It feels like fate, like you've found your soulmate. Imagine meeting someone who texts you constantly, tells you you're the best thing that ever happened to them, and makes grand promises about your future together. Within weeks of knowing you, they mirror your interests, your values, and say exactly what you need to hear. But behind this perfect facade, something much darker lurks. The reality, this isn't love, it's manipulation. Narcissists use love bombing to create intense emotional dependence. They want you hooked, so when the devaluation starts, you'll stay. Looking back, I now see how my own experience followed this same pattern. I was made to believe I had found the most caring, understanding person. But in reality, I was being set up for emotional control. Once the narcissist knows they have you, things change. The once loving words fade, replaced by subtle criticism. They start ignoring you, blaming you for their problems, and making you feel like you're never enough. Think about a time when a partner suddenly became distant. At first, they made you feel like the center of their world. Then, out of nowhere, they start picking fights, giving the silent treatment, and making you question what you did wrong. The reality, this stage is designed to weaken you. You're left chasing their approval, desperate to get back the person they were in the beginning. It's a calculated game, meant to break you down. For me, this was the stage where I lost myself. I became a shell of who I once was, always trying to please someone who could never be pleased. They took my joy, my friendships, and even used my own son as a weapon to isolate me further. When the narcissist is done using you, they discard you without a second thought. Often, they already have a new supply lined up. One day you think everything is fine. The next, they leave you without explanation. Or worse, they start a smear campaign against you. Suddenly, mutual friends turn against you. They paint you as the unstable one, while they move on effortlessly. The reality, they never loved you. They only loved the control. And now that they've drained you, they move on as if you never existed. I remember the moment I was discarded. After years of devotion, I was left with nothing. No closure, no explanation. Just discarded like I never mattered. Not all narcissists discard in the traditional way. Some manipulate you into leaving so they can play the victim. They become unbearable, escalating fights, withdrawing affection completely, even cheating openly. They want you to be the one to walk away so they can tell others, "See, they abandoned me." The reality, this tactic lets them control the narrative while avoiding accountability. They can now make you look like the bad person while they move on. In my case, the covert tactics were relentless. I was gaslit into believing everything was my fault. I was pushed to my absolute limit until I had no choice but to walk away. And then, suddenly, they became the victim, twisting the story to everyone around us. How to protect yourself and break free. 1. Recognize the red flags early. If it feels too good to be true, it probably is. 2. Set boundaries and stick to them. Narcissists thrive on pushing limits. 3. Don't engage in their games. The best reaction is no reaction. 4. Rebuild your support system. Reach out to friends, even if you are isolated. 5. Seek professional help if needed. A therapist can help you heal. 6. Understand that their behavior is not your fault. You did nothing wrong. Breaking free isn't just about leaving. It's about healing. I am trying to recover from the damage, and my healing journey is still ongoing. There are days when the past creeps in, when the wounds feel fresh, and when I question how I let it happen for so long. But I've learned that healing isn't a straight line. It's a process, and every step forward counts. Rebuilding my life meant unlearning the lies I was made to believe and rediscovering who I truly am. It meant surrounding myself with people who uplift me, setting boundaries without guilt, and finally putting myself first. Some scars may never fully fade, but they no longer define me. Today, I stand here, not as a victim, but as a survivor. Each day, I continue to reclaim my happiness, strength, and sense of self. And if I can break free, so can you. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe to the Empath Narc Files. Share your experiences in the comments. I want this to be a safe space for healing. Stay strong, stay informed, and most importantly, stay free.